I guess to disturb your life. No, it's a mic. I guess to disturb your life. Valley!
Hi, what's up?
Hey there, how are you?
You look good.
Crevelli! How you doing? What's your set like? I hope I'm hearing smoke for free. That's all I want to hear.
Go down there. I'm a DJ, you don't lose focus, but it's still never even start.
How many songs are you doing?
How many songs you doing?
Yeah.
50.
You're not joking?
I'm not joking.
Damn, that's crazy. What's the time? 3:17. Cool. So, what are you wearing? Talk to me.
What am I what? I got on that splash, you know. Basically, it's my nigga's brand, Civilian. I don't really know how much this shit costs. Also on my nigga's brand, I don't really know how much this shit costs.
Priceless.
Priceless. Grills, like 4K pounds. We can talk dollars, and I use dollars for you.
I see.
Chain, 5K.
That's the psycho.
2.5.
Biggest.
1.5.
That's the psycho.
Got on the Cortez gloves, got on the Cortez shoes as well. So yeah, we're going to the show, man.
Psycho YC, the biggest name.
Bro.
Oh, I have nothing much on, just Dale. You understand, right? I'm out here with the psycho fucking YP, the biggest fucking name. This thing doesn't need to talk much, bro.
Now he just knocked the mic off his.
Oh, that's the mic, my bad. And you got that on the bloopers, right? Let's go, gang. Let's go, gang. Are you guys ready to do this type of greatness? See, it is only greatness that we do here.
Come here more often.
You should come here more often. Like, it's such a vibe and it's so quiet.
So quiet, and there's nobody here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring my invite. First of
No
all,
problem.
it's been how many years? It's been how many years?
Officially, I think I started doing this like officially full on 2008. But I'm glad that the conversations are being had though.
Yeah.
I don't like to do interviews that seem sensational. Because you're just looking for clicks,
Yeah.
as opposed to interviews that actually make
Makes
impact.
some
Yeah,
impact and
yeah.
sense.
So that's like pick. I'm very picky. Yeah.
Have you always liked music? Have you always been a fan
Yeah.
of music?
Like, yeah, growing up, I listened to everything. I was surrounded by everything.
Turn it on. Leave it on. I want my MTV.
I had MTV from like when I was 7, 8. You would have like 1 hour, you'd listen to Blink 182, listen to rock music.
Right.
The next 1 hour, you're listening to Mary J. Blige, you're watching R&B.
R&B.
My mom always used to take us to school. I went to home science primary school.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then staff school. I finished in staff school. We would buy tapes in traffic. We had Snoop Dogg's album. And I don't know if she knew what they were saying because there was so many cuss words on Snoop's music. Because of the traffic from where we were coming from, we would listen to like 2 albums.
You get into it. How did that basically translate into you moving into the industry?
I didn't think I was going to have a career. I had uncles and aunties who would say now that they thought I would become a singer, or I would dance, or I would act because of how active I was.
Interesting.
Getting into University of Lagos, I kind of like found the balance.
Welcome to the University of Lagos.
What were you studying at the time?
Mass comm.
Okay.
Then I joined a campus fellowship called the Rock Foundation, and then I was in the dance and drama department. So every Tuesday, to my final year, I was either part of a stage play, or I was dancing, and I still wasn't sure. Fast forward, there's a day I was walking to my room, and then a friend of mine that I'd known walks up to me and is like, Rhythm 93.7 is doing some youth programming thing, and I think you do great on radio. Curiosity, I went. I started working at Rhythm, had some Saturday morning show with Shola Thompson. It was called Planet Us. I'm sure we're saying nonsense. At the time when I was Tosin Buckner's personal assistant, God rest her soul, She said, "Oh, I think you'd make a really good manager," because she said I was great at, putting stuff together. Just being able to give her suggestions or ideas that actually worked. That's where it started.
Yeah.
And then I told her, I want to be an artist manager now. And then in my dance group, I had two friends, Ebere and Nkem. They had a younger sister called Kel, who was a rapper. They're like, "Oh, her sister raps. Maybe you should manage her."
Manager.
I'm like,
That's
"Oh,
why
cool."
it started.
It's just one thing led to the next thing. I'm going from dancing on stage to speaking on radio to speaking to people about an artist to planning shows at Unilag, some events at Planet One, and finding ways.
Since you started compared to now, what has changed? Because I know a lot has definitely changed.
It's more open now, so you can literally wake up and say, "Hey, I want to do music. I want to be in music business," and as long as you have the right product or you know what it is that you're doing or you're intentional about what it is that you're doing, you can make some progress. There's a lot more know-how
Yeah.
now. There's a lot more opportunities than when I first started.
Did you have to basically do a lot of figuring out yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I mentioned earlier when we were talking, I was talking about how I had to pay for 1 hour
Yeah.
sessions at the cyber cafe just so I could Google shit up. Just figure out, like maybe I had sat in a meeting once and I heard something, wasn't bold enough to ask what it meant or what that was. So I would go Google it, try to figure it out. I knew all the radio stations, with their dials from 88.9 to 107.5. The fact that I was studying mass comm, advertising and PR,
Fair.
I think that also gave me an edge because I would look at every release, I would look at every artist like a product that I was trying to sell. Then I would, now Google their addresses. I would show up with my CDs and tapes for days until someone responds. And then I lived very far away. I lived in Okota.
Okota, you said that.
Yeah. So in the morning, in traffic, in buses, trek.
Success
Yo.
story is sweet to tell now.
It is. There's certain struggles that I still go through to, become who I want
better.
to be,
Yeah.
to become better. Some of these kids went through or experienced some of the things that I had to go through, coming up. I don't think that any of them would be sitting in this chair talking to you. The younger generation think they can just wake up and be. You get. When I got married, right, and people would see me, they say, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Well, this is my job.
What do you mean?
I'm working." As a woman or as a man, I think just understanding what your purpose is in life helps you navigate whatever sexist challenges you might face. But it's when you're unsure that you tend to make certain mistakes or you tend to take things too personally.
When did you start managing this? Because I guess you started managing with kid.
Will we ever stop telling this
No,
story?
it's part of the story, right?
Because he doesn't tell the story.
Okay.
So, like I said, the first artist I managed was Kel Ohia, who works on radio now. As she grew, we started to meet people. One of the people that we met in on our journey was the late Nomulus. He's also like one person who taught me a bit about management, about the music business, about the fact that when you sell music online, you can make money. He had a thing called Club Nomulus that he would do at Planet One. So I was in charge of putting together the opening acts.
Okay.
He just gave me leverage. Oh, pick whatever opening acts you want. Then on the day, I'll just coordinate who performs first. I had another friend who was a musician, reggae artist. I don't know why she quit music. She had always told me about some little kid in Surulere. It's like 2 days before the next Club Nomulus. So I'm looking at entries that I received on Facebook because people were texting me. So those Nokia phones that you'd have to delete your messages so that more messages
can come in.
Yeah. So I was deleting messages and I saw Ayodeji Balogun, Whisk. My friends, everyone calls me Whiskey. He didn't even say anything about Nyore. I responded to him saying, "Are you the one Nyore talks about?" And he said yes. So I'm like, "Okay, meet me at Planet One." So he shows up. I get him in, but then as we're going, I'm like, how old are you again? Like, how old are you really? I think he was 17 or he had just turned 18 or was going to turn 17. He was really young. He performed that night. I liked his swag. He performed like he was a 28-year-old. He's controlled. He knew he was the shit. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Started going with me and Kel for shows, was backing Kel at performances. It was one of those performances that we met Banky W. Yeah.
Things just moved
From there. Yeah.
I won't say that like a lot has changed in the industry
So
and like
much.
things have basically become more digital. And you also didn't fail to move with the times. Respect it.
I feel like I was the Gen
Well,
Z
the
of
Gen
the
Z
time.
of the time.
Because I was creating Facebook fan pages, promoting performances, creating videos, and posting it on Facebook. It was one of those videos that Banky saw. So when he did meet us, he's like, "Oh, are you the guy who's in that video on
Oh,
Facebook?"
fair.
To stay relevant, you have to keep reinventing. How does this new trend, impact
Yeah.
my role? Do I need to learn what it is? How does it make my business better?
You started at OneRPM in 2020.
Yeah.
And then you basically became director. What was the lead up to you becoming the director?
I was in the UK in January 2020 when I got offered the job. And for me, I think at the point it was just like rinse and repeat. I was doing the same thing. You find an artist, think the artist is great, put out a few songs, artist blows up, artist does well, then everybody breaks up. Then
They
you do it
remove
again.
again.
You do it again. So at the end of January 2020, I got offered the job to be country manager. Just me, talking to artists, started to build the business. At the end of that year, I got an office space. Now I'm traveling to Ghana. I'm speaking to artists interested in working with OneRPM from East Africa.
Yeah.
Like expand across Africa.
Yeah. What does it feel like handling such a big role?
I can't complain. I love it. The reward for hard work
It's more work.
is more work.
It's crazy.
Yeah. As a company, I think OneRPM is just amazing. In my whole life, I think it's the first company where I've experienced a lot more women in very lead positions, very top positions. The contributions that we make, it's not like, oh yeah, nice one. It's like, oh, we should do it. We're doing it, So it doesn't feel like a lot of work. It is a lot of work,
Yeah.
There's some days when I just want to go off the grid for like 10 minutes, just 10. Don't want to even listen to music. But then if what you do identifies with your purpose, it's a lot easy to, overcome
Yeah.
challenges.
Tough
E.g.,
days.
you're here now. It's taking us how long to sit here? You get.
Fair
But if
enough.
it wasn't your thing,
Yeah.
you'd have said, who does she think she is?
What's one of the toughest things about just like I said, handling like a role like that?
You're dealing with different creatives, right? On my own. Mixing all of that up with like different people. I think that's the biggest challenge, dealing with human beings. Are we going to start talking to dogs? The typical artist understanding of the work that OneRPM does, if they're wearing like distribution companies or labels offering deals, would you not sing your song? Would you not put out music? Fast forward to November 2023, you meet some artist who's about to release maybe the third song of their career, and they're saying, oh, what deal can I get?
What do you mean?
What deal can I get? But people just need to be realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just need to be realistic. Not everybody's going to be Wiz. There's never going to be another Wizkid. There's only one version of you that the world is looking forward to receiving. And just,
Be that.
be that. They're like, oh, I've been here for 6 years. He's just been here for 2 years.
Yes.
And he's already performing in India. Like, but that's him. And you don't know how long he's been grinding. You probably heard of him 2 years ago, but
like,
if you check.
It's probably been working and working and working. How do you spot talents? Like, how do you know who
Spotting
to
talent. Damn. If I answer this when this video goes out, my Twitter, my Instagram might blow up. When I hear it, I know it. When I see it, I know it. Of all the voices and all the music, one person's music stands out. From the sound to, appearance to charisma. If you know, like you can see what that person in that moment is going to be like in like 5, 10 years.
That's so powerful.
You get it starts from here first.
Yeah.
Before pockets.
Like,
you know.
Are you
Yeah.
surprised how big the culture has become? Like just Afropop in general, Afrobeats, the music, the style, everything.
I'm not surprised. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to a time when in December, like, the shows that the artists go to do in Times Square and all
Yeah.
the big stadiums and everything. I'm looking forward to a time when the whole world's flying to Africa
Yeah.
to watch
The
African
shows
artists
here
perform.
in Africa.
Yeah. There's not a lot of venues that
That
are
can
actually
take
created
the
for
experience.
that experience.
I feel like the work that even needs to be done, probably more than the work that has even been done.
Yeah. The reward for hard
Hard
work
work
is more work.
work. Have you ever been distracted by the success?
Me?
Yeah.
Do I
You're
look
very
like I've been
focused woman.
distracted? When I first, like in my early days when I was managing wheels, when I was making cool cash, and It was cash. They were paying us with checks.
Oh shit.
It's
cash.
either you go and pay your check in
Yeah.
and wait for 3 days for it to clear, or you go and that was the sweetest part. You just go and collect your cash. Buy a ticket to Accra and just go turn up.
Fair enough.
I'm telling you. I think now that I'm older, I've got bills to pay. I've got people to feed.
The family.
So I'm not really. I'm not.
But he's really looking for distractions.
No. The only distraction I have, I love it. My FIFA. That's
Are you
the
great
only
at
thing.
it?
I like to think so.
Do you have any advice for the younger executives, younger artists, just people coming behind and shaping the culture right now?
Stay real. First, identify your purpose, and always remember your purpose. The reason why you're here, the reason why you started it. I don't think that making money is a motivation to do anything. Making an impact with what you do, is more important. When you're gone, like if you made 10 billion naira, you're going without it, and that money will probably go into things that you never would have approved of. But then if you made an impact while you were here, changed the way people look at female artists, for example, or the way people respect artists, don't fake it. Because if you fake it, you can't sustain it.